The Kansas City Chiefs had no money to spend, zero, nada, not a dime. And yet, somehow, Brett Veach went shopping. Again. You've seen this before, right? Every offseason, the Chiefs are tight against the salary cap, and every offseason, Veach finds a way to work his magic. But this year? It felt impossible. After locking down key players and making another Super Bowl run, Kansas City was expected to take a step back in free agency. Instead, Veach pulled off another masterclass, restructuring contracts, making tough decisions, and, against all odds, bringing in reinforcements. So how does he do it? Let's break it down. First, the NFL operates under a salary cap, which limits how much teams can spend on player contracts each year. Some teams get stuck in cap trouble and are forced to gut their rosters. Others, like the Chiefs, get creative. Veach has mastered the art of contract restructuring, spreading out cap hits over multiple years, using signing bonuses to reduce immediate costs, and backloading deals to keep the core intact while still making room for key signings. The result? The Chiefs are still contenders. Even after their Super Bowl loss, they're not stepping back. They're reloading. And let's be real, none of this works without Patrick Mahomes. His willingness to restructure his own deal, giving the team financial flexibility, is a huge factor. Having a quarterback who isn't just elite on the field but also understands the bigger picture is something most teams can only dream of. But now, the big question, did Veach make the right moves? Did he spend wisely? Or should the Chiefs have gone in a different direction? Drop your thoughts in the comments. What's the most impressive move Veach has made this offseason? Let's see what Chiefs Kingdom thinks. Alright, now that we've set the stage, let's talk about the players, who's staying, who's leaving, and what it all means for the upcoming season. Você diz, o ChatGPT diz, Chapter 2, Who's Staying and Who's Leaving? The biggest free agency decisions, 400 words, free agency is always a roller coaster. Some familiar faces stay, others move on, and every decision shapes the future of the team. This year, the Chiefs made some big calls, some expected, some surprising. Let's break it down. First, the good news. The Chiefs locked down linebacker Nick Bolton on a 3-year, $45 million deal. If there was ever a player who embodies the toughness and leadership of this defense, it's Bolton. He's the heart of Steve Spagnuolo's unit, and keeping him was a priority. Alongside him, right guard Trey Smith signed his franchise tag, securing the offensive line for at least another season. And Hollywood Brown? He's back on a 1-year deal, giving Mahomes another target to work with. But not everyone is staying. Safety Justin Reed is off to the Saints. That's a tough loss. Reed was a key piece in the secondary and a vocal leader on and off the field. Then there's DeAndre Hopkins, who's headed to Baltimore. The Chiefs took a chance on him, hoping for a game-changing playmaker, but it just didn't work out. Now, they have to find a new go-to guy at receiver. And let's not forget about Justin Watson, Texans, Turk Wharton, Panthers, and running back Samaje Perine, Bengals. Losing depth pieces hurts, especially on a team built around depth and rotation. But that's the business of the NFL, there are always tough choices. So, how do these moves impact the Chiefs? Bolton staying is huge for the defense. And keeping Smith ensures protection for Mahomes. But losing Reed? That leaves a major hole in the secondary. And with Hopkins gone, the Chiefs' wide receiver room is looking thin again. Here's where you come in. Which departure do you think will hurt the most? Drop your vote in the comments. Reed, Hopkins, Watson, or someone else. Let's see where Chiefs Kingdom stands. Now that we know who's in and who's out, it's time to talk about the new faces in Kansas City. Let's break down the fresh signings and what they bring to the team. Você diz, CO ChatGPT diz, Chapter 3, New Additions. What to expect from the fresh faces in Kansas City, 450 words. Every offseason brings new faces to the Chiefs roster, and this year is no different. Brett Veach made moves to fill key gaps, bringing in fresh talent to help Kansas City stay competitive. But how do these new players fit into the team's system? Let's dive in. First up, Elijah Mitchell. The former 49ers running back is now in Kansas City on a one-year, $3.5 million deal. He's a versatile back who adds depth behind Isaiah Pacheco, but can he stay healthy? Injuries have slowed him down in the past, but when he's on the field, he's explosive. He brings a mix of speed and toughness that fits well in Andy Reid's offense. Chiefs fans, do you think Mitchell will make an impact this season? Let me know in the comments. Next, let's talk about the offensive line. The Chiefs signed left tackle Jalen Moore to a 2-year, $30 million deal. He spent his last 4 seasons with the 49ers, mostly as a backup behind Trent Williams. That raises the question, can he be a full-time starter? Kansas City went through 4 different starting tackles last year, so stability is key. If Moore steps up, Mahomes will have the protection he needs to operate at his best. On the defensive side, the Chiefs added cornerback Christian Fulton on a 2-year, $20 million deal. Fulton played for the Titans and Chargers, and now he's bringing his 4.46 speed to Kansas City's secondary. With Justin Reid gone, the Chiefs need more playmakers in the defensive backfield. Fulton will compete for a starting spot and add depth to a unit that thrives on versatility. Finally, there's veteran tight end Robert Tonyan. He's not a star, but he's reliable and adds experience behind Travis Kelce. The Chiefs brought him in late last season, and now he's sticking around. Given Kelce's age and the wear and tear on his body, having another veteran tight end could be a smart move. So, which of these signings excites you the most? Is it Mitchell's potential in the backfield? Moore's shot at solidifying the O-line? Or maybe Fulton's ability to step up in the secondary? Vote in the comments, and let's see who Chiefs Kingdom is most hyped about. Now, with these new additions in place, what does the bigger picture look like? How are the Chiefs shaping their roster for another Super Bowl run? Let's break it down. Você diz, CO ChatGPT diz, Chapter 4. Strategy for the 2025 season. Are the Chiefs ready for another Super Bowl? 400 words. With all the moves made in free agency, the big question now is, are the Chiefs stronger or weaker heading into the 2025 season? Brett Veach and the front office clearly had a plan, but will it be enough to keep Kansas City on top? Let's start with the offense. The Chiefs are betting big on improvement from within. Hollywood Brown returns on a 1-year deal, likely stepping into a larger role in the receiving core. But is he a true WR1? He barely saw action last season due to injury, and now he's expected to be a key piece in Mahomes' arsenal. Will he finally break out, or will the Chiefs regret not making a bigger move at wide receiver? Chiefs Kingdom, what do you think? Will Brown have a career year, or will this be another underwhelming season for him? Drop your thoughts in the comments. On the ground, the addition of Elijah Mitchell gives the Chiefs another weapon, but the real question is how Andy Reid will use him. With Isaiah Pacheco established as the lead back, will Mitchell take on a complementary role, or could he push for more carries? The Chiefs haven't been a run-heavy team, so finding the right balance will be key. Defensively, Nick Bolton's extension proves how crucial he is to Steve Spagnuolo's scheme. But losing Justin Reid leaves a hole in the secondary. Can new signing Christian Fulton step in and fill that void? The Chiefs also invested heavily in their defensive front in recent years, but is the pass rush strong enough to dominate against top AFC offenses? Then, there's the draft. Free agency is only part of the equation. Kansas City still has key needs to address, and the draft will play a major role in filling those gaps. Will they target another receiver? A young safety to replace Reed? Maybe more depth on the offensive line? Let's settle it right now. Are the Chiefs a better team after free agency, or did they take a step back? Vote in the comments. Stronger or weaker? One thing is certain, this offseason isn't over yet. There's still time for more moves, and the Chiefs could have a few surprises left. So, what's next? Let's wrap things up and talk about what's still on the horizon. Você diz, CO ChatGPT diz, Chapter 5, Final Thoughts and What's Next for the Chiefs. 250 words. After breaking down all the moves, one thing is clear, the Chiefs aren't backing down. Brett Veach has worked his magic once again, keeping key players, making strategic additions, and setting the stage for another deep playoff run. But is this enough to bring another Lombardi Trophy to Kansas City? We've seen major upgrades, like Nick Bolton staying to lead the defense and the arrival of Christian Fulton to reinforce the secondary. On offense, Hollywood Brown has another shot to prove he can be a difference maker, and Elijah Mitchell adds depth to the backfield. But questions remain. Did the Chiefs do enough at wide receiver? Will the offensive line hold up? And can the defense maintain its dominance despite losing Justin Reed? There's still time for more changes. The draft is right around the corner, and you can bet the Chiefs will be looking to fill remaining gaps. Could another big move still be coming? Maybe a trade? Chiefs Kingdom, let's hear it. What position do you think Kansas City still needs to improve the most? Let me know in the comments. If you don't want to miss any breaking news, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. We'll be here with every update, every signing, and every move that could impact the Chiefs' 2025 season. That's it for today, but the conversation doesn't stop here. Who will be the biggest surprise for Kansas City this season? Drop your predictions below.